are entrepreneurs and are interested in building our brands, this can be an incredibly challenging time. And so hopefully Kerel's words and insights this morning will provide you just the right push and knowledge you need to continue even in the midst of these unprecedented times. Kerel, we want to thank you for being here with us, and we are looking forward to learning with you today. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon now. It's after 12 o'clock. Good afternoon. How you guys doing? I just want to say thank you for everyone that is here. I really, really appreciate you guys. If you've ever had the opportunity to do a class or workshop with me, you know that I'm always uber excited. And so, hey, Kira, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And so we're going to start off today, this marketing class, as Alexia said. We're talking about 7 steps of marketing your brand in a post-COVID-19 world. But before we get in there, you know I love icebreakers, so you're going to type in the chat. I can't see your faces, but I like you to type in the chat. And before we really get into it, hi, Calpurnia. I hope I'm saying that right. Let me know. Calpurnia, let me know if I said your name right. Let your friends know. We're not on Facebook today. We're on YouTube, but text them, tell them they could still get in the Zoom link. Great, I said it right. They can still get into the Zoom link, or they can watch on YouTube, but tell a friend. They do not want to miss this. If you have a company, if you have a business, if you have a brand, you definitely want to catch this class. So tell a friend. Don't keep all of this good information to yourself. So what I want you to type in the chat, because like I said, this is going to be as interactive as possible, is how do you feel about marketing? Yes, I love it, or no, I do it because people say I have to do it, but I don't really like, putting my business in front of other people. I don't really like having to let people know. Yes, Annie, Kiani says she loves it. Yes, loves it. So type in the chat. I see your name. Yes, you love it. Or no, I have to deal with it. I don't really like to it. Okay, Caprinia said she loves it. It's a serious passion. Awesome. We have 20 people in the chat, so I need everybody to respond. Come in. Do you love it? Yes or no? You may have me playing in the background, but I need a little interaction at the beginning. Then you can just listen. But let me know. Do you love it? Okay, so Jade says she like it. It's a necessity. Lynn Colley said in between. I like the honesty, because sometimes people just do it because I have to do it. I don't really love it, but I have to do it. Alexi says it's challenging with or without. Preach. She is right. With or without COVID-19, it is a bit challenging. It can be challenging to navigate. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. But thank you so much for typing in the chat whether you love it or not so much love it. This is the last thing I want you to type in the chat unless you have questions at the end. So I'm going to go through some myths and some facts about marketing. And I want you to type in the chat. Don't feel like some kind of way that you may not know. And if you've been in any of my classes before, yes, Eunice says she loves it. Awesome. You may have heard these before, but let's see. Myth or fact? The first one is marketing and advertising is the same thing. Myth or fact? Marketing and advertising is the same exact thing. Kiani said she thinks it's a myth. Jade says a myth. Kira says a myth. Lynn says a myth. Calpurnia says myth. You guys are correct. Marketing and advertising are 2 different things. Someone could type in the chat what they think the difference is. I'm going to let you know, but someone could type in the chat what they think the difference is. But they are correct. All of the ladies who responded are correct. That is a myth. Marketing and advertising are not the same thing. Marketing refers to, I'm just going to read the definition and then break it down to you, refers to the activities of a company to promote the buying or selling of a product or service, okay? Marketing includes advertising, selling, and delivering products to consumers or other businesses. Marketing starts from the minute you have an idea, the minute you know where my store is going to be located, what products or services I'm going to be providing, how I'm going to be providing it, how I'm going to price it, where I'm going to outsource it from. All of that is a part of marketing. Who am I going to go after? Where do they, for all of that is in the marketing. Advertising, I'll read the definition that they have, is an act or practice of calling public attention to one's product. So that's a part of marketing, as you heard when I said the definition. It's a part of it, but it's not the same exact thing. Advertising could be, we did a commercial, we put a post on social media and we sponsored it, but that's just advertising. We put up a billboard, we did a radio, we did a commercial, that's advertising. Marketing looks at the entire aspect of your company and let's analyze it and let's position ourselves the best way we know as possible. So good. This is the next one. Myth or fact? The more data you have, the more data you have on your customers, the better your marketing will be. Myth or fact? The more data that you have on your customers, the more effective your marketing will be. Fact. Kira said fact. Jade said fact. Oh, y'all smart. Mikhail said fact. Sasha, good to see you, Sasha. Sasha said fact. Lynn said fact. Good. Target marketing. Okay, awesome. The more data you have, fact. The more data. So that's, and what I mean when I say data, for those who don't know, data is information. And because I have a short time, I didn't give you the little spiel of my background, but just so you know, my background is in psychology. I have a bachelor's in psychology, and my first master's is in school counseling, and the second one is in communication and leadership. So none directly in marketing, but I am known as a brand strategist and a marketing strategist because we've spent a lot of time studying it, and I've spent a lot of time doing marketing when it came to, she mentioned I'm an author, it came to my plays, speaking engagements. We had to do a lot of marketing and branding for those things over the years. And so with the psychology background, I think that's my little edge when it comes to marketing, because in psychology, we have to do a lot of research and there's a lot of data. And so when you collect that data, the more you know how your customer thinks, the more you know how to serve them in a better way. So that is fact correct. Next one, myth or fact, everyone is your customer. And I feel like someone already gave you all a hint, but I'm just going to let it go. Myth or fact, everyone is your customer. Everybody. And the person who gave you all the hint already answered first. That's Jade. Thank you, Jade McQueen. She on it. Jade, Kira, everybody. Myth, 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 myth. Everybody ain't your customer, boo. And it's okay. And we have to be okay that everybody's not our customer. Yesterday, I sent out some emails for an event I'm having. Shameless plug. We're doing a virtual book launch on November 20th for May I Call You Queen, the recent book that I have, just so you guys know. So I sent out an email yesterday and someone clicked unsubscribe. Like immediately, I was like, I don't even think that was enough time for her to read the email, but it's okay. The reason it's okay is because she's probably not my target audience. You know, I'm talking about faith. I'm talking about Jesus. It's personal development. So if you're not a personal development person, if you're not someone who's really big on your faith, it may not be your cup of tea, but that's okay. So when someone unsubscribes, when somebody says, no, your price too high, it's okay. Because that just means you don't fall in my target market. And that's okay because there is somebody who falls in your target market. Very good. So this is the next one. I have two more. Repetition is the secret to accessing the unconscious mind. You know, guys, I told you my background is psychology, so I'm always about that unconscious mind. Repetition is the secret to accessing the unconscious mind. The most important rule in marketing is repetition. Fact or myth? Most important rule in marketing is repetition. Fact or myth? Calpurnia, yeah, Kira, y'all on it. Jade. Okay, we have one myth. She clears to debate. Myth, I think. I love it. We had some. Most important rule. And the thing is, it could be, the reason why you guys are going back and forth, it could be debatable, but I'm going to go with Kira, Jade, and Calpurnia that is a fact. Repetition. 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 Keanu said it should be consistency, 10 repetition. Yeah. Consistency, repetition. So the average time, let me see if somebody knows, what is the average number that somebody has to see your product or advertisement before they decide to buy with you? 7 times. 7 times. You put that post up once, nobody respond, nobody like it, nobody asked to come, nobody said 7 times. 7 times. At least 7 to 9 times. At least they need to hear it. 7 to 9 times. So when you put up that first flyer and nobody bite, it's okay. Don't get overwhelmed. Oh, it's a bad idea. Nobody's going to come to the event. No, you have to and study yourself. How many times do you have to see something before you decide that this is something that I'm going to buy into? The average customer needs to see your thing 7 to 9 times. So you put that flyer up once and said nobody came? No. You will. I just did a survey the other day and I asked in the survey, how did you hear about it? Somebody wrote in, Kerel harassed me. You're right. She did harass you because I'm going to need you to see this information. You forgot. And the average person needs to hear it 7 to 9 times. And I only messaged you twice. So that was only 2 times you saw it. 7 to 9 times. Okay. And this is the last one. Last one, myth or fact. And all of you are so smart. I know you're going to get this last one. Myth or fact, word of mouth marketing is all a great business needs. Word of mouth marketing is all a great business need. Myth or fact? Word of mouth marketing is all. Calpurnia said, that's a myth, sweetie. That's a myth. Mikhail said, that's a myth. Lynn said, that's a myth. Jade been on it all day. She said, that's a myth. Tanisha, yeah. Yeah, word of mouth. Word of mouth is good. Let's Ava said that's a myth. Let's not discredit word of mouth. Word of mouth is good, but word of mouth isn't all that we need. We definitely need more than word of mouth. Definitely. So I'm going to get into my presentation for you. We're going to get into the presentation now, which is 7 steps to market your company effectively in a post-COVID-19 world. All right. So this is the last thing. Let me know you're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. You need to type it in chat. You ready? You're ready. Post going up when I see you ready. I need to see ready in the chat. Are you ready? 7 ways. Mikhail says you're ready. Thank you. Ready, Mikhail. Ava's ready. Jade's ready. Sasha's ready. Eunice is ready. Ready to go. Linnell is ready. Good to see you, Linnell. You made it on. Linnell's ready. We ready. Okay. So some of these you may know, some of these you may not know. But one of the good things about coming to sessions like this is it's always an opportunity to be refreshed about some information. All right. So let's go into our presentation. This is 7 ways to market your company, market your brand in a post-COVID-19 world. We're going to pray that. There we go. All right. So bring this chat out a little bit. All right. So somebody else just said ready. Love the energy. Yes, we're excited. That's why I'm always excited if you've been in a session with me before. Business has only 2 functions, marketing and innovation. Milan Kundera, writer and playwright. I'm a playwright, as you guys know, I'm a playwright. And so therefore I had to take a quote from a playwright because you know, that's what I do. So business has only 2 functions, marketing and innovation. So marketing is definitely essential, but you want to be innovative. The reason you want to be innovative is because when you are creating a brand, that's something that's supposed to be unique to you. Unique to you, not like anybody else. And we're going to get into these 7 steps. And the first step I'm going to get into is going to explain why your brand needs to be unique to you, to who you are as a person. So step 1, and you can write this down if you take notes. Step 1 is, what is your why and what's the problem that your brand is solving? What is your why and what's the problem that your brand is solving? So what I like to tell the small business owners that I train when we do our sessions is that if you're just stepping into a market or you're trying to rebrand yourself in a market, look at what everybody else is doing, especially in a saturated market. And when you look at what everybody else is doing, find the hole, find the opening that nobody else is focusing on. So when I entered into training and development, there were a lot of people doing training on customer service, training on team building, training on these different things, but there was no one specifically doing training on branding and marketing. There are a lot of people who manage social media pages. We don't do that. But specifically training you on branding and marketing, there was no one in that space. There were people who did PR, there was people who did several different things, but we came into a lane that nobody else was capitalizing on. And so that's what I want you to think about. Depending on whatever field you come into, am I going to be at a different price range because I'm adding more value? Am I going to offer a certain package that no one else is offering? Am I going to offer a service that no one else is offering? Don't just say, my customer service is different. Everybody customer service is different. So you have to, and the way that you're going to dig into finding that lane is, what is your why? Why did you start doing it? And it's always going to be unique because we all have different backgrounds. Even though all of us from the Bahamas, or a lot of us who are on this call may be from the Bahamas, there's still different things that are different about you. Some people in here from Freeport, some people are here from Nassau. Some people grew up in a 2-parent home, some people grew up in a single-parent home. Some people went off to university, some people didn't. So your experiences make you different. So why are you doing that? The reason I started branding and marketing is because, as I said, I'm a playwright, and we were doing it for several years with our plays. And we were actually called on by the Office of the Prime Minister to do a branding and marketing workshop. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago. And I wasn't quite sure why they were calling us because, as I said, my background is in psychology and communication and leadership. But we had done such a great job with the branding and marketing for our plays and those performances that they wanted us to be able to translate that information to the people in the class. And so that unique background of my why of there's other creatives. And so a big part of us helping other people tell their story, because that's what we do, is knowing that a lot of people, especially creatives, we have a lot of creative appeal, but that business side, we don't always love that business side. So being able to tap into, I understand you as a creative. I understand what you're trying to put out there in the world. I understand how you want more people to know about your craft and what you do, but how do I brand and market it in a way so more people are actually paying me for what I do? I want to be profitable. I want to be creative, but I want to be profitable. So how can I be profitable? So us having that unique aspect of coming from understanding the business world, but also understanding the creative world, we bring that different aspect. So when I relate to a creative and saying, these are some things to brand and market your business, I know what it is to try and promote a play. I know what it is to try and promote something that's creative, but I also have that business mind to give you the tools in order to market it in the best way possible. So you have to understand, why am I doing it? I love to highlight Bahamian brands when I do my steps. And so you will hear me highlight a lot of Bahamian brands in this presentation. So one of the Bahamian brands I love is Gumbe House. Anybody ever been to Gumbe House in Nassau? I've never been, but I love their brand because I just love how the style, the feel, the appeal that they give. I love it. And when I had the opportunity to sit on a call during COVID, I was able to hear her story about how the first time that she went to, and Gumbe House, for you guys who don't know, it's a place that you could go and you can cook and make Bahamian food, but it's like an outing the same time. And so we didn't have anything like that in the Bahamas. Calprina said, I've seen them and they are very well presented. Yes, they present their brand to a T. And so while I was sitting on the call, I was hearing her story about how her and her husband at the time went on vacation and they were able to go to a place where they were able to cook. And it was a great event for tourists to do, to learn more about the culture, but also have a fun activity to do and also get a meal all in one. And there was nothing like that in Nassau. And her and her husband loved it and thought it would be a great idea. Unfortunately, her husband passed away. And so going through that grieving process, she traveled, I want to say, to like 15 countries. I feel like it was like 15 countries. She traveled over a course of 3 to 4 months. And she went and researched and studied the different areas, the different places that had these cooking. It's like a cooking class, but like I said, it's an event that you could go to because it's a cooking class, but you also have that aspect. And she studied the market and knew that, you know, this was something that made me enjoy this country so much more. It was a fun activity for me and my loved one to experience. And that's an experience I think tourists would like and Bahamians would like because it gives you that extra added exposure to your culture. And it gives you something fun and different to do because no one else was doing it. That was her why. I'm sorry, whenever I reach down, touchdown in Nassau, I'm going to Gumbe House. Simply because I connect with her why. I connect with her why. And so know what problem you're solving. There are a lot of things to do in Nassau, but there weren't a lot of creative things outside of things that we're already seeing of, you know, going to regular dinner or going to a nice spot for a cocktail. She created something different. So understand your why. What problem are you solving? When you think about your business, look at what everybody else is doing and what problem are you solving for the other people. What are you doing? I saw Sasha was on the call and she does nice, fresh, clean faces. So in a world, and Sasha just talked, I didn't even know she was saying that. I can't wait to go back home to Gumbe House too. Yes. So she does a nice, clean look. So in a world where everybody was, you know, doing the, you know, heavy look and heavy face, she said, you know what, this is the style I like. I like nice, clean makeup. I'm sure other people do. So that's a problem I'm solving. And so now people know, okay, yeah, let me come to her for that nice, clean look. So what problem are you solving? Okay, so that's the first step. What is your why? What is the story? You heard me tell the story of the young lady from Gumbe House. What is your story? There's a story that got you to your point. Use that story because that's going to have someone connect to you. So use that story, understand the why, and understand what problem you're solving. Step 2, we talked about it in the midst. In fact, who is your target audience? Who is your target audience? We said it already. Everybody isn't your target audience. And one of the reasons why it's so important in a post-COVID-19 world of knowing your target audience is because when you understand your target audience, you're understanding their age. Are they female? Are they male? Where they work? What are their pain points? So for example, if your target audience are teachers, in a COVID-19 world, teachers have a lot of stress, especially if that teacher is also a mom. So if they're a teacher and they're a mom, some of them were doing virtual classes while their children are sitting, they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed. And so how can your service benefit them? How can your service or your product be of benefit to them right now? Because Teachers are overwhelmed. Nurses are overwhelmed. Then there are other people who work in the corporate field. If most of your people were corporate clients, keep an ear to the ground. Did those corporate clients get let go? Because it may be insensitive for you to approach them right now with a price or a high tier price, because right now what's going on with them is they've lost their jobs. So has your target audience lost their job? So it's important to know who I'm going after, and do they have the funds right now? And they may, because some people think like, oh, it's COVID-19, I can't charge anything. Some people have money. Some people still made money during COVID-19, not everybody. And so when you study your target audience, and if you know that, oh, the people who fall in my target, they didn't really make money right now. So do I need to offer something free? I saw Ava was on the call, I think when they first started doing their Zoom, but they were doing free classes. So it was like, let me just keep at the forefront of your mind. I know you may be my target audience and you can't afford me right now, but maybe I can offer you something free. But you have to really study your target audience, because I don't want you just assume that everybody broke. I can't offer nothing, I can't sell nothing because everybody broke. No, sweetie, people made money during COVID-19. There were people who made money during COVID-19. So you have to really, really understand who I'm going after, and do they have money right now? Do they have money right now? Because there are people who do. Because there are some instances where you actually saved money. Like I had several trips planned this year, didn't take those trips. So that money is there. Okay, so there are also people, if you hear someone say, oh yeah, no, I've been blessed during COVID. Oh, you've been blessed? Okay, great. Okay, let me see if they fall in my target market. Is the age, the male, female, profession, understand what they're going through, so you can have empathy for the people that you serve, so you can make sure that I'm still being smart about how I'm going about marketing, because the people that I'm going after, they may have not been affected by COVID-19. And if they were, how are you going to adjust what you are doing in order to accommodate them? So the first step is, what is your why? What's the problem that your brand is solving? Okay. And that may have changed. We were talking about that in general just now, but that may have changed during COVID-19. You may be solving another problem. You may be solving the same problem, but you have to think about it, because the world is different now. And we talk about, oh, we can't wait for things to go back to normal. It's going to be a new normal. It's going to be a new normal. So we have to understand, is this business even still relevant? I had a talk with someone in a small business class, and she asked to see me one-on-one. And after going through it with her back and forth, it was, the best decision was to close the business. That may not be the path for you, but you have to really assess, is this the best business? So we do that at step 1. Then we go to step 2, and we have a great assessment of, who am I going after? And do they have funds right now? Do they have money right now? Are they making money right now? All right. So we're going on to step 3, strategy. What is your strategy? Do you need to pivot your business model? Do you need to pivot your business model? All right, so for us, it was super easy because we just went on to Zoom. Luckily, I had experience with Zoom before COVID-19 hit, so it wasn't a hard learning curve for me. But even if it was a hard learning curve, I was gonna have to switch and offer it on Zoom. Some people, my friend Davina, she's the one how I got connected with Grace Management when we did the marketing workshop a few weeks ago, but she does event planning. So event planners could sit down and say, oh my gosh, what we do is show up to the event and plan everything. So now what are we going to do now that COVID-19 is here? So we got to pivot our business model. We can set up a drive-by setup for you. And she's set up several drive-bys for my family, for friends. And so we could set up a scavenger hunt and we do it on Zoom. Or we can get the people to do a intimate dinner for 2, but setting it up so you're still social distancing and I'm still making money. I don't want you to just say, oh my gosh, there's nothing that I could do. No, do you need to wear a face mask and you still go there and do it? Do you need to do it on Zoom? I do my workouts on Zoom, and I don't even want to go back in person because I can roll over and I'm like, I don't want you to go back in person. Stay on Zoom. Even when they let us out, stay on Zoom. He switched his business model. There are different people that are doing that during COVID-19. So you need to understand, what strategy am I going to do? And how is this strategy going to help me continue to serve clients during this time? And if I have to pivot my business model, then I'll pivot the business model. There's nothing wrong with deciding that I have to do something differently in order to get the job done. And so I need you to understand that there is strategy that, and a lot of times you can research that online and say, okay, what are different people doing in order to make sure that they're serving their clients? Maybe you were someone who did it in person all the time, and maybe now you need to teach. One of my friends who's a makeup artist, right when COVID-19 hit, she came out with this makeup class for everyday women, and it was on Zoom. And so, yes, she might have not been able to go face to face and do people makeup, but she was teaching the class, and I was there taking the class, and we paid the money to get on the class. And so she pivoted. Before, it was only going and doing faces or doing classes in person, and now she's going to do classes online. So when you think about your business, what can you do to pivot it so that you can still make money? Instead of, a lot of people did drive-bys. They did drive-bys of, you could pick up this item and drive. Some people did delivery. Do you need to do delivery? But you may need to change how you do things in your business in order for you to stay in business, okay? The next thing is market research. So that's step 3. Look at your strategy. Do I need to pivot my business model? And if I'm pivoting my business model, what is it going to be? And on that point, don't be afraid to change if something isn't working. It's okay. If something didn't work, change it. If this isn't the best thing for me, then I'm going to change it. Step 4 is market research. Market research. I talked a little bit earlier about how I love the data, and you need to have the data. And so market research is finding out more information about your clients. And some people hire us to help them with market research, but you could even do market research as simple as a question on Facebook. You could simply put, especially if you know you have a lot of people that follow you, or on Instagram, if you use Instagram stories, they have the poll. Just do the poll, yes or no. Would you sign up for this class? Yes or no. Would you pay for this product? Yes or no. Would you, someone said, Madeline said, car rental needs MR. You better advertise, market in this marketing workshop. MRK, transportation services exceeding customers' expectations. You better do it. So let's say you have a car rental service and you want to know, do people need car rentals during COVID-19? Are you in need of a car? Yes or no. What price are you willing to pay? $50, $100 a day. You understand? But you could do simple surveys like that, because market research is simply collecting data on your target audience. Remember, we are going in steps. And the reason why we're going in steps is because when you put those questions together that you're going to ask, you're going to include business model. Don't just start up, I'm going to teach this class. See if somebody wants you to teach this class. See if they want it first. Okay. We're going to change and we're just going to do delivery, or we're going to change our entire business. We used to sell this particular product, but nobody's buying this now. So we're just going to sell something completely different. Do the research to see if somebody actually wants what you're talking about. Test the market out. And it could be as simple as doing a Instagram story and doing a poll, writing a Facebook question and seeing what people answer, or it can be as detailed as the market research we just did recently. One of the things that you need to do is, if you're asking people for information, you have to be willing to give back. So recently we did some market research and we put a survey out there and we gave a $100 Amazon gift card, because we have to invest. If we want people to invest their time, because time is something you can never get back. You can always make more money. You lost money, you can make the money back, but time, you never get the time back. So in order to show appreciation to everyone that did that survey, we were offering one lucky winner. We didn't have all that kind of money, but one lucky winner, $100. So there needs to be an incentive if you're going to go to this level of market research. And you need to have a little the reason why people would hire us for that level is because you need to make sure that your questions are tailored to the people you're going after, and you need to make sure that the distribution is going to your target audience. I targeted the people that we sent messages to, because if you're not somebody that I would have considered in my target audience, you don't need to fill out the form, because chances are when I ask you about price, you're going to give me a price that's not in the range. And when I ask you about if this is something you think you would want, you may not be at that particular level of thinking. So when you do market research on the level of asking a series of questions and trying to find out in-depth information, you need to make sure that you know exactly who you're sending it to, and that you are putting things in there that are really going to help you to understand the way that they think, so that you could serve them better. And so when we did the market research, we were able to find out which price that our target audience were really comfortable paying during this COVID-19. We have this service that we want to offer in the new year, but I didn't want to just launch a service and nobody was interested. And so I think it was either close to 80% of people said that they were interested in the service. So great, go along with it. If it was the next way, where it was 80% of people said they weren't interested in it, then that means we had to scrap it. We had to do something else. And so That's the good thing about going in depth and in detail, because it saves you a lot of money. I tell people a lot of times, you do this big launch, oh, we offering this service, we're going to have this program, you could be a part of this program. And then it doesn't work out. Do the market research to make sure. And like I said, it could be as simple as a Facebook post. It could be as simple as an Instagram story, or you could go in depth like we did, where we were finding out, is this price good? Is this something that you would want? Is this something that you would buy? Going into that on that level of, does this make sense? Does this make sense? And then how you heard about us, we put that in there too, so that you could know if the marketing dollars that you're putting, when you sponsor an ad on Instagram, when you sponsor an ad on Facebook. I was speaking with my business mentor the other day, and she was saying that she sent messages out on WhatsApp. She sent messages out personally on Instagram, and she sent her email out to her email list. And you should have different channels. This isn't one of my steps, because let's face it, marketing is a very wide spread thing. But when you are trying to get the information out there, you should have several channels remember we talked about it earlier, that people need to hear things 7 times. So it needs to be in your email. It needs to be on your Facebook. It needs to be on your Instagram. It needs to be on your WhatsApp. How many different points are you hitting your target? You're not just, well, I put it on Instagram. Not enough, sweetie, not enough. But the point is, when she was analyzing the leads of where did you hear about me? And that's what we did in our survey as well. You want to know how people are hearing about you, because you don't want to spend $100 on Instagram and it doesn't bring, and 2 people came from Instagram and 50 came from a private message you send on WhatsApp. Well, I might as well save my money and start using more of WhatsApp and don't sponsor on Instagram. So what she found is, when she sponsored it on Facebook, I think, got 1 lead, but all of her other leads came from the existing email list, the WhatsApp messages, the Instagram messages. So, and it's not saying don't ever sponsor on Facebook, but I'm saying test it. Test to see where these people hearing about me from, how much money do I need to put in it. And even sometimes just $5 on Facebook or Instagram or something will do, but you need to test it to see what's working the best. But you definitely need different avenues. So market research is really, really good, so you can find out how your customers are thinking. We said it earlier in the icebreaker, the more data you have, the better your marketing is going to be, because you're going to understand, because you can assume like, okay, these are their pain points. Or you might assume, okay, nobody can afford this right now, it's COVID. But then you might have seen, I saw some numbers where I was like, okay, people could do a little something. People could do a little, okay, it educates you, because you can't assume everything. So that's why market research is so good. But it has to come after you knowing who you're going after and what you want to, and how you want to serve them. Like I said, we're offering a new service in January, and we're pivoting our business model a little bit to go from the one-on-one to being able to serve a lot more people. But do people actually want that? And that's why we did the market research. So when you're about to pivot, you need to do that research. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Let me know if you're still with me in the chat, because I can't see you. Let me know if you're still with me, But before we go on step 5, let me know if you're still with me. Still there. All right, still there. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go still there. We here. All right, still there. Awesome. Here, got it. I just got to check in. I can't see your face. We're not face-to-face interaction. Don't want to feel like I'm talking on a screen. So Rania, good to see you, girl. Benita say she here, girl. She here. Amber Major here. JJ here for sure. Awesome. Right here. Bernard, good to see you. Linnell, right here. Awesome. Okay. So step 5, position your brand for success. Positioning your brand for success. And it just happened today. I was getting my makeup done, and my makeup artist was telling me about some things that she wanted to do. And she was saying, and I was like, so let's do it. Let's get them done. Hey, LaShawn, good to see you, girl. I was like, let's get it done. Let's get it done. She was like, yeah, but the people that I want to do it with, they're not, saying that they want the service. I already told them that, this is something I could do. I said, sweetie, you need to create the service. You need to create it. In order for people to know that this is something that you do, you need to create it. And even if you create it for free, you're going to create it for free. I said, as soon as COVID, once I got the clearance from Jesus, because I'm a person of faith. I told you guys that earlier when I was talking about my book and my play. And so when COVID hit, everybody was online like, oh, I have this to offer. And oh, I have that to offer. And oh, remember your why. I'm in this. I'm an entrepreneur because Jesus led me here. And so he told me when COVID first hit, shut it down. You're not doing nothing online. Shut it down. Don't do anything. And I was like, but the Lord, I need money. Shut it down for 6-7 weeks. How is that? How are we going to do that? Like, what are we doing? So I had to shut it down for 6 to 7 weeks. And then when I was allowed to start doing some things again, I did a seminar called Teach Me How to Pivot. But that allowed people to know, okay, Kerel doing the branding and the marketing. I see your company more. We've been doing it for 2 or 3 years, but during this season, more people have noticed us because we positioned our brand. We positioned our brand, and so more people noticed that we were there. And so we want to remind you that you need to position your brand for success. So let people know that I have this particular thing. If you want to teach, then offer something where you teach. If you want to do a package, you have to give things for free. You have to do things for free to let people know that I have this, I do this. And that's why people hire influencers. Sometimes people are like, I don't understand why they are influencers. Ain't nobody influencing me. Oh, they're just testing it. They're positioning. They're letting you know that I have this product. And so even though you think that it's not influencing you, it's subconsciously letting you know that this is available. You may not buy it that day. Remember, 7 to 9 times we need to hear it. But it's consciously positioning you to know that that is what we do. So you have to position your brand for success. Let people know that I am here and I exist. I see my friend Bernard is on here. Bernard is the one who designed our website. And Bernard, type your quote that you say it. Say it all the time. Bernard says it all the time. If your business is 2020, if your business does not fit in your pocket, your business does not exist. Let me know if I said it right, Bernard. If your business does not fit in your pocket, your business does not exist. That's it. Good. Hello, Reza. Your business does not exist. And so that's a part of positioning your brand for success. I talked about it so many times, so many people always hear me say it, that our business did the best we've ever did in 2020. We did great. But I think a part of that is I took the plunge and I invested in a website. It's pretty penny. It's not cheap, but it's worth it because 3 weeks later, a big organization reached out and wanted to do business with us. And I am pretty sure that they Googled us and looked to see if we had a website. I'm pretty sure because of the contract that we were about to sign with them, they're going to have to do their research and background on me. And the website was 3 weeks old, 3 weeks old, but I positioned myself for success. So I had been doing a lot of things. I actually pitched to them probably 2 years before to do some work with them. For some reason, the timing wasn't right. But by this time, when they did come, I'd already positioned my brand for success. So I need you to think ahead. I need you to, sometimes we're like waiting on, oh, well, ain't no business because COVID-19 and stuff. No, think ahead. Create the thing that you want the person, the people say it all the time. Instead of waiting to be invited to the table, create the table. Marketing is very proactive. It's not reactive. It's proactive. And so in that business model of creating the strategy, creating something new, let the people know, I see your concerns. I've collected the data. I see your pain points. I have this for you. I know that it's a problem. You do not want to come out in COVID-19. So we now have a delivery service. I know you feel overwhelmed by this particular thing, but we have created this product that is just going to suit your needs to exactly what you need because this is a problem and we found the solution. Position your brand for success, whether that means I need to start delivering, whether that means I have something now available online. You have to position yourself for success. I love this company, and that's all. Like I tell you, I always give Bahamian brands. Allure, she is on social media Allure, but she must post on social media like 4 times a day. And you know why she's so smart? Y'all say y'all don't like influencers, and they're not necessarily posting it on their page all the time, but she uses familiar faces in her social media posts. Those familiar faces, so you stop. Whereas if I had seen a mannequin or a model that I don't know, but when I see a familiar face, I'm like, oh, look up. And then I'm on Allure page, but she's positioned her brand for success. Then when you go on Allure's website, you can pay by cash, you can pay by credit card, you can pay by PayPal, she's giving you every availability to make sure and stay on that site. She have a little game that you could play the game on. She's positioning herself. So whereas everybody else, I have to wait for the particular hours that you open for COVID. Oh, you don't do delivery. Oh, you don't you've not positioned your brand for success. You have not positioned yourself in a way that is going to let me know that I can actually, do business with you. So you have to position your brand for success. Think ahead. Like I was telling my friend who's a makeup artist today, let's create it. Don't wait for someone to say yes to that product. Be proactive. Create the thing that you want the person to purchase from you. Okay. But you have to position yourself. You cannot wait on people to do things. Like I said, we did that week course because we wanted it done. When you want something done, you position yourself. We did a campaign this summer, say GB Summer Dreams, and we just wanted people to patronize local businesses. But what that did was it allowed people in the community to know that we existed, that we do marketing, that we exist. We spoke with different partners to get prizes, and we actually had a company come to us and ask us to be a prize in the campaign. Usually you have to hunt people down, but they asked us. They saw us on ZNS. They saw us on social media. They saw everybody posting receipts, and they said, I want to get in on this. Literally, they called me up and said, how? And then we had another company. We had three. I lied. We had three. I think we only was able to let one come on because of the timing, but we had three people who emailed us. So many times you think marketing is, oh, I have to be salesy. Oh, I have to beg people. You don't have to beg nobody. When you know who you are talking to and you've positioned your brand for success, you've invested the dollar so people see you as the person who has the knowledge in that area, you've positioned your brand for success. So you have to put yourself in the right spot of where you want to be. So that involves investing, that involves creating it for yourself. But after you've invested for a while and you've created it for yourself and you've tested the market and you know exactly what you need, the money will come. But you have to have enough faith in your business. You want people to say it all the time, especially with that was something I had to deal with when I didn't want to invest in my website. Sasha said, yes, I found my website to be a great resource. Yeah. When I didn't want to invest in my website, I kept hearing this training I did in my head. You want people to invest in you and you haven't invested in yourself. You want people to think you're professional, but you have not presented a professional presence. There's nothing professional about you, but you want me to know. You want my professional dollars, but you have not invested your professional dollars. I'm going to need you to have some skin in the game. So in order to, yes, so it's to create the table, to invest in that particular thing, it costs us a lot of money to pull off that campaign, but brands came to us. We positioned ourselves for success. And so you have to make sure that you're putting, and that's in your advertising, that's in your marketing, but you have to invest and you have to create the table. And it's going to take some money up front, but after that, you will be known as someone for that particular thing because you've invested in it. We're going to go to step 6. Step 6 is the ease of doing business. I touched on it a little bit when I said positioning your brand for success. But like I said, Bahamian brands I love. Lewis & Steens. Anybody love Lewis & Steens? I don't have them in my presentation today, but I'm always talking about Lewis & Steens and Miss Millie's. Lewis & Steens and Miss Millie's, I love them. But Lewis & Steens, when COVID-19 hit, they decided we're going to go online. Before COVID, and COVID-19 could even be a blessing. I know sometimes people feel like, oh my gosh, this was so much, but I feel like it was a blessing because it pushed you. It pushed you to do things you never did before. Now, I'm like, you know what? We was trying to do our book launch in Nassau, but you know what? We're going to be international. We're going to be international because anyone in the world could come. Would I have done that? Would I have done that? I wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, let me go to Nassau. Let's set up in Balmoral. Come, y'all. Come to Balmoral. Let's go. See, Raja said he would like to connect. See, today, Ministry of Youth, we're giving back to the youth, but we are positioning ourselves for success and giving back to the youth. That's what we're doing. Raja, I'm going to put my details there and you can get in contact with me after that. But you have the ease of doing business. Oh my gosh. So Lewis & Steens, they decided during COVID-19 to set up things online. And so now you could pay online, you could order online, and when you come there, it's ready. So there's no wait. And they had the little pickup window, and they have their mask, and they come out tired of them, come out with their mask and give you your food. Yes, because now, you know how much people more going to do that business now? Because you positioned yourself. I'm in love with, I love Bon Vivant's as well website. Their website is the inside of their establishment. Oh yeah, I haven't gone on there. I have to go on Bon Vivant, but let me tell you, now they have some good customer service. I say y'all think y'all slick with the man that y'all have work on there. But all of that is positioning themselves for success. I said y'all so smart. Y'all ever been in Bon Vivant? Every bartender flirting with you. I say Bon Vivant. Why? Because they're gonna get your dollars. You're gonna stay on the bar for company and you're gonna continue to pay them the money. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. But they have made it, like she said, they've made their site now virtual for you so that you can now have the experience. COVID-19 has push you. They get you sitting on that bar all night buying drink. I don't even drink, just ordering several Sprite. Don't do it. They will get you with their advertisements to Bon Vivant. But the ease of doing businesses, yeah, they slick there, Lynelle. They slick. I seen them. But one of the things that we do, mute your mics for me, please. Mute your mics, mute your mics. One of the things that we do in terms of ease of doing business, when somebody wants to do business with us, if somebody says, oh, Kerel, I'd love to do business with you, I send you a link right away. Oh, I want a free set. I want to, they don't say a free session. I let them know we do a free consultation, but I send you the link right away because that makes it easy for me. I don't have to oh, I forget we had an event today. No. I send you a link. The minute you say, Kerel, I would like to do business with you, or I want to have a meeting with you, or I'm not sure. We do one-on-one strategy sessions with small business owners. And sometimes small business owners are saying, I'm not exactly sure if your company has what we need. I know you do branding and marketing and we want to do strategy. What do I need to do? I send them a quick link. Click the link. When they click that link, they go and look at our calendar. They choose the best time for them. I've already outlined what times are best for me. So I don't need to look at it again. I will get an email and it will go directly to my Google Calendar. And when it's time to meet, I'm on Zoom ready for you. I just had a meeting with someone in New Jersey the other day because now COVID-19 has just blew me out of the water. I'm gonna have clients all over now because we're just all doing it on Zoom. So you live in Freeport, we're gonna be on Zoom. You live in New Jersey, we'll be on Zoom. You live in Nassau, we'll be on Zoom. We're gonna hook, and it's clean. When they click that link, the Zoom meeting is already created. And so they get reminder emails and all of it is automated. Make it easy for you and make it easy for them. Make it easy for you and it's just one click. Oh, Kerel, I want to meet with you. One click. Oh, Kerel, I want an invoice. I just sent it. I fill out the minimum information. I send the invoice. You haven't paid the invoice. My automated system is reminding me that you have an invoice that you haven't paid. We do not have online payment yet. We're still speaking with Royal Bank, but the online payment option we have is depositing into RBC. And so everybody could start with that. Just send them the RBC account. Let them do the quick deposit. That's what we do now until we get we working on getting, so you only have to click and put in your credit card. But right now we do the RBC. So I don't accept cash. Deposit it until my guy at RBC get me my click thing. That reminds me, I need to call him back. We'd send it direct deposit. My time is going. So that's step number 6, ease of doing business. Make it easy for them, make it easy for you. They're automated systems. So in order to book my appointments, I do Calendly. In order to do my invoices, I do Wave. All of these are services. Calendly, I pay the paid version. Wave, that's for you to do invoices. So you could track your system, and Wave tracks everything. That's how I could honestly tell you we've done better this year, because it tracks all of our system. We've been doing it for 2 years. So automated systems save your life. How do we as small business owners have access to those same? So yeah, those are what I'm saying. Wave is one, Calendly is one. I think I may do a free resource that has automated services so people can get those. There you go. All right, so last one, step 7. I know I gotta go because my hours go so fast, and I had so much fun chilling with y'all. Okay, provide high quality, provide high value. Let me tell you how to do that. One, because this is my last point, I have to go quick. Study your market. I study branding and marketing because that is what we offer and that is we serve. So I'm always reading. I'm in different membership clubs. I'm in different classes. I'm consuming knowledge all of the time. Any updated knowledge, I am consuming it. I am reading a book. I am getting that new information, because when my client comes to me, I need to tell you, this is the latest. We don't, as we can see, COVID-19 changed our whole world. And so I just can't rely on, I have a marketing degree. I went to school 7 years ago. Nobody cares, sweetie. Nobody cares. The world didn't change from 7 years ago. I don't care. Stay updated. Whatever you do, learn that market. Whatever you do. If you do makeup, learn that market. If you do exercise, learn that market. You do websites. If you sell a product, invest, learn. What are the trends? What are people doing? How did people in my market shift due to COVID-19? Don't wait for someone in the Bahamas to do it. Oh, everybody's doing it now. No! Research is so stay ahead of the game. Provide high value. Because when you provide high value, then people will stay with you. I tell this story often. This is the only Bahamian brand I'm not going to shout out. Origins. I was somebody who did not invest in skincare. I just didn't. How can we connect outside of the masterclass? Oh, I get the next slide. The next slide I can send you. Take a quick shot and take my information down. Let's chat together. One of the things when I went in Origins, we were window shopping. Literally, it was like we were passing the time. We were window shopping. This lady gave me so much information about skincare. She wasn't even trying to sell a product. She was educating me on the proper use of skincare. How I spent over $100 in there. And I frugal, y'all. I could be very frugal. $100 and I was window shopping because she knew her stuff. She didn't just say, I sell skincare in the mall. So skincare products in the mall. So here's your product. No, it was like, do you know this about your skin? Do you know that this happens? Do you know that it's better to, I was like, should I do it in the morning? And just in the morning is fine. She was like, no, you need to do it in the morning and night. And if you're going to skip something, don't skip the night because it's rejuvenating your face. I was like, what? She educated me so much. She had so much value to give me that I wanted to give her my money. And that's what you need to do. You need to research. You need to find out more about your product. You need to find out more about what you do, what's going on in the industry, what is best for me. How are you going to educate me? Because the more value you give me, the more money I want to spend with you. Yes, you're giving me all this knowledge. Yes, come. She was like, do you want a facial? A free facial? She get all my dollars that day. And I have been an Origins customer since, and I do marketing for them because that's another thing. We talked about word of mouth at the beginning. You give high value, the people are going to talk about you. You give high value, the people are going to be your marketing tool for you. So the problem, what you're facing when you're like, oh, I don't want to be too salesy. You don't know the person to talk to. You're talking to the wrong person. I don't want to be too salesy. You're talking to the wrong person. Let's go over these steps again. Let me know what was your favorite in the chat. The first one is understand your why. What problem is your brand solving? Number 2, your target audience. Who are you talking to? Let me know which step was the one that you needed today. And you might have heard these before, but it might have been one I needed to hear today. Sasha said, I needed number 7. Ava said, I needed number 6, the ease of doing business. Make it easy for them. Make it easy for me to pay you. Make it easy for me to service with you. Make it easy, right? Okay. Target audience strategy. What is the strategy? Business model, market research. Learn that information. Number 5, position your brand for success. Let them know that I am the person who's knowledgeable about this particular thing. Jermaine Augustin said 2, 3, and 7. Brina say all. Yes, girl, all. Jade said I needed number 1. Yes, understand your why, Jade. Tell your story. Tell your story. Table for 2, 5, and 7. Y'all see Table for 2 advertising? That's their business name. I with y'all. Mikhail, number 1 was important for me. Yes. Michelle said number 5 and 7. Yes, provide high value. All. Krishna say all. I needed all. I needed all. But number 7, yes. Provide high value. So yes, understand your why. What problem brand you're solving. What's your target audience? What are their pain points during COVID-19? Strategy, pivot, business model. Did I need to pivot my business model during this time? Market research. Get some real information on what your clients are going through. Position your brand for success. Create the thing. Invest in what you need to. Ease of doing business and make it easy for me to choose you. You can't forget that we set up a session because I didn't send you the link and the link done reminding you in Google. You won't forget. Ease of doing business. The more easy you make it for me, send it quickly, send it right away. Don't cause me to search. Go look for it on my website. Too much work. I wish I had more than 10K followers so I could do a swipe up. Swipe up, make it easy. Taranya said 1, 2, 4, and 6. And number 7, provide high value. Stay research, stay reading, stay up to date, stay with the quality products. But the more high value you give, the more people are gonna come to you. Those who wanted my information, screenshot that real quick and don't leave because I have a free gift for everybody that I'm going to put in the chat. Don't leave. It's a PDF that I'm going to give to you guys. 7 free marketing strategies that you can use. Oh, Krishna said, oh, this is amazing, girl. Thanks, girl. Take that information down. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Island Dreams Management. Kerel Pinder 1908 is my personal one. You can follow me there as well. Like I said, November 20th, we have an event coming up. And we have a free event. Island Dreams has a free event, Brand Lovers, which is going to be on December 4th and 5th. I like to do free things because I like y'all. I be a little frugal sometimes, but I need the knowledge. Looking forward to tomorrow. This is great. Awesome, Madeline. All are essential for successful business. So make sure to take a picture of that. I'm going to put your free gift in the chat right now. Raja, you have your camera on. Would you say all are essential? That's why I include you in my programs, Kerel. Awesome. Great information. Awesome. Do we have any questions? I know my time is 1:01, but I want to give you an opportunity to have questions. So if you have a question, write it in the chat and I'm going to drop that link in there for you right now. Put it in the chat. Love this great information. Excellent presentation. Awesome. So that's the free gift I have for y'all. Great energy. Awesome presentation. Awesome. Anybody else have any questions for us? And if you wanted to schedule a free consultation with us, I'm going to drop the link in there for the free consultation right now. Like I say, ease of business. I don't want y'all to work. So I'm going to drop that link right in there. Somebody said they wanted to connect after. So if you wanted a free consultation, I'm going to drop that link in the chat right now. Put any of your questions because I know we got to wrap up. So I just want to get that for you. Copy the link. All right. Contact info, social media, etc. for me, please. Oh, so it was great. Thank you. Great. Awesome. Jade, info. Okay, I'm gonna type it in chat, Jade. Kerel Pinder 1908 on Instagram and Island Dreams Management on Instagram. Yes, Ava, I have your WhatsApp. I'm gonna send that to you. But it was Wave and it was Calendly. How do you pitch to someone to do business and need funding as a creative? Remember I told you about investing in yourself and positioning yourself. So when you're pitching, always start upfront about what you have done, what you have done. I've invested this amount of dollars in this. We have, and proof. What have you done? Why this is going to work? Like, you know, we've worked with this person and this person and this person, and that's why we think this will be very good for you. Make sure that the person that you're going after is somebody who actually wants to invest in what you're doing. So you need to show, have you invested in yourself? You need to show, is there actually proof that what you're talking about is going to be beneficial or is going to solve a problem? And not just because, oh, I know it's good. No, like proof, like these people have worked with me. These people are did things with me. And one of the ways to get proof is sometimes you have to give something for free. Sometimes you have to give something for free so that you can get real results back. Like I told you, I have a business mentor, but I also have business accountability partners. And so with my business accountability partners, I give away information or services or different things for free so that I can get feedback from them. I liked this, I didn't like this. If I did have to pay you, I would pay this. These are the results I got. And when they tell me about the results I got, I use that when it's time to leverage of working with a new customer or leverage of working with someone who I want to invest in what I do. There's proof. This person, before they started working with us, this is what was going on with them. And now that they've been working with us, this is how much dollars they are bringing in. So you need to show proof. Okay, so I hope that helps, Raja. Very informative presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope so. All right. Anybody else? Any questions? We'll take one more since I started like 12:05.
Any questions for Kerel before we end?
Thank you. Awesome.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Let me check YouTube.
Someone's mic is on. They're like, this a lot.
Uh-huh.
I hope you took great notes. You will have the replay. My students always say that. This is a lot of information. And they get homework too. It's a lot. Are you presenting tomorrow? No, this is my only day. This is my only day. But like I said, follow me on social media because like I said, November 20th, we're doing a book with the book launch. And then December 4th and 5th, we'll be doing Brand Lover. So get on my email list because I always, if you're on my email list, let me know in the chat. Say email list. Oh, there's 39 of y'all on there. Awesome. If y'all are on my email list, let me know. Email list, awesome. Because our email list, y'all know I always telling y'all when something free. I'd be like, we about to do this free. This is a free lunch and learn. It was 39 of y'all up in here. Yes. So and give value. The more, like I said, position yourself for success and give value. So I don't only hit up my email list like, oh, y'all want to buy this? Oh, I have this service. No, let me know how you could serve me first. Let me eat first before I give you some money. So serve your clients. Let them know like these are opportunities you could take advantage of. These presentations have pulled me out of my slump. Oh, awesome. So in regular life, people think I'm too much, but like on Zoom, it's very helpful. How do I get on the email list, please? When you get that free gift that I linked up top there, it will collect your email address because that's another thing that I do. Y'all want to collect emails so that y'all can stay in contact with the people that you serve. So who was that who asked me they wanted to be on that email list? Click that link. Click that link, get the free gift. So you get a free gift and I get your email. I'm telling you that is what I've intended to do because that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. Awesome. Send me some of that, Kerel. I need some. Edit, right? You get it? That's it. I gave it up. All right. Yeah. Amen. So thanks again for signing up. Thank you guys. It was like 39 of y'all on here today. Yes. Awesome. Y'all have a good day. I hope y'all enjoy your lunch. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Awesome. Okay, that is all for Kerel. Kerel, we want to thank you so much for an information-packed and such an energetic presentation this afternoon. For those of you that are interested in the next masterclass, it will take place at 4 p.m. and we will be with Tion Gibson, and the topic will be farming. And of course, Kerel, you will take all of this optimism as we continue to face the branding and marketing challenges of the pandemic. And I'm hoping that all of the connect with you. Thank you so much again. And I hope that everyone will join us for the next masterclass at 4 p.m.
Thank you.
And if that be all, have a great rest of your day, everyone.